Despite all the achievements of mankind, we still remain powerless in the face of the forces of nature. Even though we can sometimes predict where a certain disaster will occur, there is still nothing we can do to prevent it. Today, I will show you a selection of instances when it seemed like nature had gone crazy. I think you'll agree that it's better to watch such moments on your screen rather than in person. Did you know that the area around a downed power line carries a voltage called step voltage that travels through the ground and water? That's why you should never take big steps or lift your feet off the ground. Otherwise, the voltage difference between your feet can electrocute you. The author of this video won't be so bold anymore. This shocking footage was captured in Finland, where the wind uprooted a dozen trees in just a second. The sight of this dust devil is even more impressive. Watching these shots makes you feel like a tiny ant. This tornado was filmed in Texas, USA, which holds the record for the number of tornadoes per year. The waterspout looks equally menacing, but fortunately it calms down almost immediately once it reaches land. You wouldn't want to be on a seaside promenade during such a storm. Ball lightning is an extremely rare natural phenomenon, but someone still managed to capture it on camera. Since scientists haven't been able to explain this phenomenon yet, it is often dismissed as hallucination. However, this footage proves that ball lightning isn't a figment of anyone's imagination. The eruption of the volcano causes thick smoke to rise in the sky, and when lightning starts flashing inside it, the sight is simply unforgettable. These shots were made during a powerful tsunami in Japan. The rushing water swept away cars, piling them up in a heap. People watched in horror from their windows, unable to do anything but record the devastation. What we see in these shots is reminiscent of the biblical flood, a chilling reminder of how powerful nature is and how helpless we are against it. Imagine seeing 4 or even 5 waterspouts approaching you rapidly. These images were captured in the Philippines in 2020. Seeing something like this makes you want to run away as far as possible rather than stay behind to film it. A dashboard camera recorded a lightning bolt striking a tree, turning it into ashes.
Holy!
The waves in these images look like they were created artificially and may have been caused by an explosion. I don't know what these people were celebrating, but their party was definitely ruined. In this footage, you can see water spilling out of the pool due to an earthquake. Everyone was scared, but fortunately nothing serious happened. They just got a bit shaken. Part of a Norwegian village got washed into the sea due to heavy rains in 2020. 8 houses ended up in the water, but none of their owners were at home at the time. However, rescuers had to save the dog that was trapped inside one of the houses. This terrifying footage was made in Greenland. The fishermen watched as an enormous wave capsized their boat, forcing them to run for their lives. This video was recorded in Brazil in 2017. A dust storm covered everything, reducing visibility to literally zero. It isn't a destructive natural phenomenon, but it can be truly frightening. Dust storms often occur in regions with hot climates, deserts, and semi-desert areas. Dust can stay in the atmosphere for a long time and reach almost any part of the world as a dusty haze. In 2013, a powerful hurricane in eastern Australia caused coastal areas in Queensland to get covered with a 2-meter layer of ocean foam. The locals could literally hold foam parties. This footage was made by the surveillance cameras of a fire department in the small fishing community in Delacroix, which is located near New Orleans. Hurricane Ida, which raged across the United States this summer, caused massive flooding. The village was completely underwater. This horrifying video was captured by surveillance cameras at a hospital in Thailand, where COVID-19 patients were being treated. Suddenly, a landslide struck, causing part of the building to collapse. Fortunately, no one was in that part of the building at that time. Heavy rains in Bolivia turned the streets of Sucre into rivers. The city's residents didn't blame it on the weather alone, but also on the local authorities. They believed that the drainage system was clogged, preventing the water from draining and causing it to flood the streets. Water ignites on the coast of Chile. This happens because there are oil deposits in that area. 3 waterspouts formed side by side. To be honest, I don't fully understand what's happening in this footage. If you have any guesses, please share them in the comments under this episode.